Mark Batman here earlier in regards to Toledo women's soccer, and now we're joined by two of the players on the team, and we welcome in Morgan Spitler and Gabrielle Anulare. And first off, welcome to Inside the Game in the National Soccer Network.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
You're very welcome. So the question I have for you: what is harder, to defend and or to go out and shoot in a college Division I game, or get onto a podcast like us on this show this morning? What's harder?
I'm gonna have to go with podcast on that one.
I second that.
It's okay. You know what? We've gone down this road where we've in live time we've had coaches just can't figure out the audio. It's not unique, and it's the fun part of what we get to do here each and every day. But let's talk about this Toledo side. You have a new coach here, been there 2 years now, in a second year. You're trying to make your way here in the MAC. What's it been like so far at the start of this season compared to last year?
Well, I can touch base on that. Basically, last year, I feel like we had more of an older team, I'd say, versus this year. We're very young, very youthful team. So to me, that's a positive. Could be more of a negative to some people, but on our side of the story, I think it's definitely a positive to have a younger team compared to people who are onto their 5th or 6th year. Well, we have those young legs that most teams don't have.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that we just have a bigger bench this year. I mean, last year we had a lot of people on the team, but we didn't really use the depth of the bench. And I think it's really nice this year to have a lot of girls who can go in, make a crazy impact, get off for a little break, and then you can throw someone else right in, and it really doesn't affect us, because I think everyone really has such a big role on this team and is very versatile, can play a lot of different positions. So I think that really helps us.
Something I think you see a lot in championship teams, you see a mix of both, right? You see your vets, obviously, that have established that culture, and then you see your young players. And when you get a perfect mix of those two, and then you throw in the things that Coach was talking about, team camaraderie, team culture, all those things are going to carry you to wins. But when I look at you guys, you talked about how you're a younger group this year, and clearly that's the case. One thing that you see a lot out of winning programs is sometimes they'll get a crop of players, whether it be one recruiting class, and they all kind of come up together, right? So they learn how to really play well together. That energy feeds off of itself. What is the clubhouse like right now? How is the young group meshing, and what does everything look like moving forward for you guys?
I think we are honestly all very close. I think they all came in with a very big personality, which actually shocked a lot of us. We were all like, they seemed very comfortable right away, which you can think maybe that could be like, okay, why aren't they very nervous? But I think it actually really benefited us because they all came in confident, were able to have a voice right away. Whereas I think last year we were a little more nervous with that. Like we were told, like you're a freshman, but have that voice like you're a junior. And I feel like that's something they all came in with. And I think it honestly made us feel really close right away. And we didn't really have that awkward, stage of, oh, I don't really talk to you that much, or, oh, I don't know how you play. I feel like it all came very natural.
When we talk about the dynamics at play, both of you chose obviously to go to Toledo, and I know that when I looked at yours, Gabrielle, that you said that this moment you walked on campus, it was like I knew this is where I wanted to be. For you, how was that for you, Morgan? Was that the same kind of experience for you?
Yeah, I think that I love the location. I'm also much of a homebody, so it was really perfect with the distance from where I grew up. And I feel like the campus was exactly how I wanted my campus to feel. It felt very safe. Campus in general was beautiful. So it definitely was one of those where once I got on campus, got to see the coaches in person, meet some of the girls who could potentially be on my team, I think it all kind of clicked for me. And that's when I kind of felt like, okay, this is where I want to go.
Every year I'm sure that you sit in a room, and I'm sure it's probably very much like in high school too, right? When you get in as a team, you're like, hey, what are our team goals? Like, what are we doing? What do we want to do this year, right? And we've talked to a lot of coaches, and coaches oftentimes talk about goals, and a lot of times it's like, let's win this game tomorrow, right? That's our goal, right? The rest of them, whatever, but let's win tomorrow. What was a team this year? What did you all come together and say? What do you want to accomplish as a team this season?
So we have a rocket acronym that we put in our lounge room, and it's kind of like a reminder. Each letter in the rockets, it stands for something, and that's just a reminder to our team of what we want to accomplish this year. And I think coming from high school to here, it's just such a huge difference, because it's like you're surrounded with people who have the same goals as you, the same care for the sport as you. And I think, I mean, every week we step in our circle and we say, let's go undefeated this week. Like, there's no other option. We just want to go undefeated that week, and that's our goal for the week. We don't really look the month ahead because we don't know what's going to happen that month ahead, you know?
For both of you, what have been the biggest hurdles going from the high school game to playing in the MAC?
I think the competitive piece, I mean, the MAC is a different level of competitiveness. It's physical. It's a different type of drive that you need to have. Like high school, I mean, I feel like even if you're playing I don't know, I just think like when you step in a MAC game, it's all about who wants it more. I mean, you can have the skill, but at the end of the day, it's who wants the goals, who wants to defend the goals, all of that. And I think that'll really benefit us this conference.
Yeah, touching off her in high school is kind of, well, if you're better type of situation. While in the MAC, it's right when you step on, you can feel which team wants it more than the other.
To touch on something really quick, I know you got one more here, JT. You know, I think it's interesting. We ask a lot of coaches about recruiting and transfer portal, and obviously that world has changed a lot. And whereas it used to be, you know, you try to build regional relationships because you want to get the best players that are immediately around you. It's changed a little bit now because now you have players from all over the country that are deciding to go different directions depending on obviously what their needs are. But I look at your roster. You actually have a player, I believe, Ella Zoroff, who is from Grand Rapids. That's where I'm from. And you have a lot of Michigan. You have a lot of Ohio sprinkled throughout the course of your roster. How strong is women's soccer in the Midwest, in both your opinions?
Oh, it is. It's by far, in my opinion, the strongest. I mean, I played on an ECNL team, and just traveling for that and playing against Midwest teams, I was like, I could tell these girls are going they're going Power 5, Big 10, like they're from all over.
Yeah, I mean, we had a great run in ECNL, and then we get to tournament, we're playing like all these top teams, and then it hits reality, and it's like, oh my goodness. I mean, and then you start hearing, oh, she's going to this school, she's going to this school, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm defending a girl going to UNC. And then you start freaking out, and it's honestly just crazy, the different level.
Yeah, I'm curious about this. If we're talking about the Midwest, you know, you look at your schedule, the teams you're playing, where you're traveling. I know tomorrow you're traveling back up here to Michigan and to take on the Chippewas.
Let's go.
I don't know if this is the same for the entire team, but are there like teams you look at your roster and say, you know, like I can't wait to play here or play this team specifically? And if it's the same, that's great. I'm just curious what both of your thoughts are on that.
I'd say, I mean, I'm always obviously like excited to play. Like we have Western Michigan coming up, for example. I mean, they just won last year, so I think I know, seriously. I mean, I think that's something we're all like super excited just for the competitive aspect. And I mean, last year I think we held up really good against them. Unfortunately, we were down a girl in the game, but I mean, we were like, I think we could have had them last year, so why can't we have them this year? I mean, we have a stronger team. We have all of the athletics with it, and I think that's the game that I'm super excited for personally, and I think a lot of our team would agree to just kind of go at them and see what we can do with it.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, before playing a team, we look at the scouting report and say, oh, so-and-so has 8 goals in the past 6 games. I feel like our team is pretty good with that, and individually, we're very, like, we don't really care. Like, okay, you could have had 2 goals against Central Michigan, but that you're not gonna have 2 goals against us type of situation. It's definitely competitive, and seeing stuff like that, like, oh, she has 8 goals, I only have 2. I just think it doesn't affect Toledo soccer, in my opinion.
You know, Ryan Glinsky, who's our producer here, he graduated from
Dude, chill on the chips, man. Chill on the
Central
chips.
Michigan over here, and you're going there tomorrow, okay? And I just want to tell you from the bottom
That's
of
my
my heart,
favorite day of the
I am
week, by the
so
way. Thursday
you need to
MLP.
win that game tomorrow because
Absolutely.
he is so in your face.
It'd
about
be
the Chippewas
insufferable
that
in here if
need
you
to beat
don't.
him. You need to beat him tomorrow. I'm sorry.
No, I mean we scored 1 goal this year, so
That's fair, but you know, no, you need to go in tomorrow and take care of Central Michigan, please. Sorry, I just had to because all joking aside, it was Lewis Robinson at Western Michigan here just a week and a half ago was on our show, and when Ryan came on and started talking about Central Michigan, he goes, first off, I apologize you weren't accepted into Western.
I didn't even apply there.
My goodness.
Anyway, hey, so we make this a habit. We like to talk about food on this platform. We feel that food brings people together. Unless, of course, you start talking about putting pineapple on pizza, that changes everything. But it's
the best.
So my question for you is this: and you can each answer it your own way. We asked your coach, where in Toledo, is there a place that you go to grab a bite to eat that's great? Maybe it's like home for you. Where do you go to get that meal that meal that you crave? It could be any restaurant, but just curious where you guys, you ladies, go to get that meal.
I mean, we both. You might have a different answer. Olive Garden is something I have at home as well, and it's it's just our safe place. We get
McDonald's
it
is
every night,
great.
every day before game. I'm pretty
The
picky
McDonald's
here,
in
so I don't
Toledo is the
really-
best. I'm just messing.
Yeah,
I'm just
so
messing.
I'm
Go
pretty
ahead.
basic with. No, I mean it's true. If anyone else heard me say that, they always make fun of me when I'm like, Olive Garden is the best Italian restaurant. They always will clown me for it, but I think it's amazing, and we get it every time before a game, and it's just a basic one, but it's my favorite here.
Honestly, for me too, coming into Toledo, Olive Garden was my favorite restaurant. I didn't know Morgan before that, so when we met, we clicked pretty well. We get Olive Garden twice a week, so.
Yep.
Okay, so I got to ask the question: what are you going to Olive Garden for? Are you going there for the all-you-can-eat bread and soup and salad, or what are you landing on there?
Well, Morgan loves her meatballs.
Yep.
She definitely loves her meatballs. She always finesses them into getting more breadsticks for sure. I personally get the fettuccine Alfredo. So.
Just a heads up, there is an Olive Garden by the soccer stadium in Mount Pleasant, just to let you know. So after your game, you go there.
After you beat up
Yeah.
on
After you roll, see a meal.
tomorrow, go grab
You
your
can get a nice meal.
some breadsticks. Okay, okay. So obviously, and there are a lot of people that will say that going to a chain restaurant, at least you know what you're going to get, right? That you say it's safe because you know that they're going to be consistent. That's the one thing that you get from those type of chain restaurants. Is there any other places that you have dared to go to in the Toledo area, as far as food's concerned?
That taco place.
Oh yeah, that one's kind of
Ooh.
We went to Agave and Rye, but that's also pretty chain place. I mean Stubborn Brothers is really good. I know Batman said that. I don't know, we've only gone there like twice. My parents love it. I know that's a big place that families go whenever they visit for the games and have time to get food after, but I mean it's a pretty unique place. I think their pizza's really good. We went there for an event one time, so I think that's one that I would be able to say that I actually like that's not a usual one I'd go to, and obviously we don't have at home or anything like that.
Yeah, Stubborn Brothers definitely a top pick here in Toledo, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we appreciate both of you stopping on by here today and being a part of this. You're actually our first two college players to be on here at the exact same time, so we appreciate that. And we wish you and your team much success here the rest of the way. And yes, please, absolutely go ahead and beat up on the Chippewas tomorrow.
Come on, man. Come on.
We'll do.
Absolutely.
Good luck.
Rockets.
Good luck.
Thank you guys.
Thank you very much, ladies.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.
Have a good one.
You're very welcome. Another great conversation there with Morgan and Gabrielle. And again, with what we had a chance to talk with in regards to Coach Batman and obviously the players there, they have a bright future there in Toledo. But we'll be right back here on Inside the Game.
Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real